Hi, squatties. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're all well. I am just sitting down after a very long day to sort of see where I am with my channel today. And I haven't really made a lot of videos today, but I did put up some new articles in the community section. So if you haven't yet checked out the community section today, I invite you to go over there and fill your heart with all of the wonderful articles I've written, mostly about Meghan and Harry, but some about other topics like, political topics. I have one on Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, one on Jessica Alba and her husband Cash Warren, and so on and so forth. In this video, I wanted to highlight one of the articles I've got in the community section that I wrote today, about 8 hours ago to be exact, and it's called How to Start World War III. Create a cooking show when you're Meghan Markle. So if you want to start World War III, all you have to do is create a cooking show when you are Meghan Markle, right? So I wrote, and by the way, this was inspired by an article I read in Vogue magazine where one of the editors was defending Meghan. So I think you should check it out if you have a chance. But so Meghan's cooking show I wrote is hardly anodyne or anodyne, especially in the context of the intense reactions it has provoked. While the content itself might aim to be light, uplifting, and centered on food and community, the Trolls' overblown response, treating its debut as a declaration of World War III, reveals how polarizing she remains. In case you're wondering what anodyne or anodyne even means, here we go. I had to look this up actually because this was in the Vogue article. I'm like, anodyne, anodyne. I've seen this before. I don't remember what it means. So I looked it up. So the anodyne is a term, anodyne, perhaps anodyne is a term with two primary meanings. The first is relieving pain. It can refer to something, often a medicine or treatment, that soothes or alleviates pain. So if you imagine, Megan's cooking show being anodyne, it means that it relieves some kind of pain, which I think for some people might even be possible. Like, people who are feeling a little down in January, the January blues or something like that. That trailer probably just made them feel so much lighter mentally. So it could have been anodyne to them. But an example of an anodyne is when the doctors prescribed an anodyne cream for the burn, something to relieve pain, whether it's physical or mental pain. The other meaning for anodyne is inoffensive or bland. So it can describe something that is unlikely to provoke strong feelings or controversy, something that is mild or neutral. For example, his speech was intentionally anodyne to avoid upsetting anyone, right? So in that regard, we can all agree that Megan's cooking show on Netflix has not been anodyne. For trolls, it was a declaration of war that not even the unprecedented California wildfires can abate. Okay? If anything, their furor underscores how even Megan's most uncontroversial projects become battlegrounds for larger cultural and media narratives. While Megan's show may aim to be soothing and approachable, like something to relieve pain, something anodyne, qualities of anodyne content, the reaction surrounding it ensures it's anything but inoffensive to her critics. Megan's cooking show has sparked a whirlwind of reactions, with trolls and critics accusing her of everything from being a Tradwife, as if there's anything wrong with that, to copying other public figures. The Tradwife label, implying a focus on traditional homemaking roles, seems somewhat misplaced, considering Meghan's long-standing advocacy for gender equality and her history of professional accomplishments. It feels like a deliberate attempt to undermine her by boxing her into a stereotype that contradicts her identity, even though really being a trad wife is something to be proud of if that's what you really want to be, is stay at home, take care of your children, take care of your husband, take care of your home, cook, decorate, you know, buy fresh flowers, place them on your table. I mean, hey, look, I have no objections to that kind of life myself, but it seems that a trad wife is now something that they have turned into a dirty word, right? And they're now accusing Meghan of being a trad wife just because she likes to cook, something she's always done for years and years with the TIG. I've seen videos of her appearing on NBC with Matt Lauer years and years before she met Harry, when she was still on Suits. We saw again how she, loved food and eating with her days on the TIG. So it's very interesting that all of a sudden she's a trad wife. If she's a trad wife now, what was she then when she was still single and cooking and loving it, right? This juxtaposition of food and war is as striking as it is ironic. Food, a universal symbol of nourishment, connection, and peace, stands in stark contrast to the violence and destruction evoked by war. Yet somehow, Meghan's cooking show, a project presumably meant to foster unity through shared recipes and cultural appreciation, has unleashed a storm of vitriol from critics who treat its debut as a battleground. Some of these bloodthirsty warmongers claim that Meghan is copying Emma Thynn, the Marchioness of Bath, or even beekeeper Kate. Both these accusations are equally as absurd as all the rest of their nonsense. Emma Thinn's cooking show or cooking content and Kate Middleton's supposed love of beekeeping aren't unique or proprietary ideas. Both these women are copying somebody before them, yet critics are quick to accuse Meghan of imitation as a way to invalidate Meghan's creativity. You just want to wave a flag and say, folks, get some perspective. Put down your weapons. Cooking, beekeeping, and homemaking are universal activities. The attempts to weaponize them against Meghan as evidence of copying are a stretch at best. So I continue in the article. The backlash could be seen as a microcosm of a broader cultural and political climate where even the most benign actions are weaponized. In a world dominated by divisive narratives, a simple food show becomes an arena for ideological warfare. The trolls who have declared World War III over this project are behaving like bloodthirsty warriors more than mere critics, eager to escalate hostility over something inherently non confrontational like cooking. Then they wonder why Vladimir Putin is the way he is. This dynamic, I think, echoes the workings of the military industrial complex, which thrives on manufacturing conflict where none should exist. Much like defense contractors profit from perpetual global tensions, media outlets and social media algorithms benefit from amplifying outrage around Meghan. It's a system that incentivizes division and ensures that even her cooking show, a seemingly apolitical anodyne endeavor, becomes fodder for controversy. The comparison to NATO, while seemingly extreme, offers a thought-evoking lens. NATO's role is ostensibly defensive, yet it often finds itself at the center of global disputes, accused of overreach or provocation. Similarly, Meghan's show, which aims to bring people together, is framed by critics as an act of aggression, an odd inversion where an effort to create harmony becomes a flashpoint for discord. Especially how Meghan in her show, she says everyone is welcome, right? But instead of it being a harmonious thing, it's become a flashpoint for discord. In essence, the fury surrounding Meghan's cooking show reflects a societal tendency to treat even acts of peace and creativity as opportunities for conflict. Food should unite, not divide, but in the charged atmosphere surrounding Meghan, even a recipe for togetherness is spawned into a narrative of hostility. Of hostility. Ultimately, the backlash against Meghan's cooking show reveals more about her haters and her detractors than about her. For people who claim to dislike her, they are remarkably invested in dissecting and criticizing and looking at her every move, even something as seemingly anodyne as a cooking show. Instead of embracing the positive, community focused narrative Meghan is trying to share, one rooted in food as a unifying force, her critics instead twist it into a theater of conflict. In the end, Meghan's cooking show stands as a testament to her resilience. While her critics attempt to distort its message, the show's focus on food and community remains a reminder of what really matters: the ability to connect and find common ground, even amidst the noise of manufactured wars. So, yeah, that's all for this one, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. And come back for more, share the videos, etc., etc. If you're interested in sponsoring or collaborating, definitely contact us today. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, reading, and listening.